serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpson's Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families and honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
There's only one way to start your week right, and that's with Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Thursday morning at 9:10 a.m. for your dose of the health and wellness in a program that is sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Livette rather than diet, Dr. Livette has transformed a number of lives nationwide and is now live on the Street 919 FM every Thursday from 9:10 a.m. Tune in on Thursdays and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Livette on the Street 919 FM this and every Thursday from 9:10 a.m. It's time that you live.
Tune into the Street 91.9 FM
every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
for the Repairing of the Breach radio program with me, Bishop Sherwin R. Thomas.
The scripture says, "And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
Thou shalt raise up the foundation of many generations, and thou shalt be called the repairers of the breach, the restorers of the paths to dwell in."
Don't miss it. Repairing the Breach radio program with Bishop Sherwin R. Thomas on the Street 919 FM every Sunday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m.
Julia, how our daughter bright so?
What you mean?
Kelly's so young and already talking about when she gets her first job, taking out a mortgage with TTMF at 2%.
She knows about 2%?
Yes, 2% with no down payment as a first-time homeowner and the lowest rate on the market. We would not have to dip into our savings to set her up. Where she get all these brains from?
Her mother, of course.
TTMF, from here to home.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world. The Street 919FM.com.
News from the Street 919FM.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 4 o'clock news on the Street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, reduced allocation for WASA, but an assurance that there will be no decline in water supply or job losses. Tutor worries over COVID-19 vaccine discrimination and academic inequality. And internationally, several tornadoes touched down across Midwest U.S. And now the news in detail. Public Utilities Minister Marvin Gonzalez has revealed that almost $20 billion was spent on WASA in the last decade, with little improvement in this country's water supply. He says he intends to ensure WASA improves its financial viability.
If you see a reduction in the allocations from the Ministry of Finance, it is because we are pointing and we are indicating to the Water and Sewage Authority that you need to stand on your own legs.
Mr. Gonzalez was answering questions in Parliament on Tuesday by the opposition regarding less allocations for WASA,
which works out about $105 million reduction in the monies that is to be allocated to monthly paid staff. This means that there are going to be labor cuts.
However, Mr. Gonzalez refuted claims that a shortfall in allocation being given to WASA means there will soon be a reduction in staff. He said the plan is to ensure the Water and Sewage Authority can become financially sustainable.
All the issues being raised about materials and road restoration, leaks, etc. If you have an organization that is financially self-sustainable, it will be able to address all these issues.
The minister assured the population that any reduced allocation to WASA will not worsen the country's financial water problem.
Despite the shortfall that you are seeing here, it will not result in further decline in the water supplies. I give you that commitment.
The minister noted that WASA is currently being owed $1 billion from its domestic, industrial and commercial customers and said this debt collection will be improved. In other news, the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association is accusing government of causing academic inequality by focusing on vaccination levels instead of students receiving access to education. President of TUTA, Antonia Tika de Freitas, said educating all students must be government's first priority, not ensuring they get vaccinated against COVID-19. She said government's priorities must change.
Our position is do not divide the students and create higher levels of inequity because the state feels they want to get a policy rolled out and make a point.
According to Tika de Freitas, the ministry has instructed teachers to only teach vaccinated students who attend a physical class.
You cannot and should not be discriminating against our students in this particular manner. You are going against the grain of the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. You are going against the principles of, by you I mean the state, you are going against the principles on the UN Convention against discrimination in education. You are also going against basic constitutional rights.
Tika de Freitas described the situation as frustrating for all involved.
Some parents who've had the children vaccinated and they're still not sending the children out, especially with the fear of the Delta variant being a community spread and the fact that we are seeing the Delta variant in the breakthrough cases that are occurring in our schools now.
She said based on their September meeting with the Ministry of Education, TUTA did not expect Forms 1 to 3 to return to school so soon in October. International news now. Multiple tornadoes touched down in Oklahoma, damaging homes and schools, and now the storm is leaving thousands without power as it moves across the Midwest. Many areas were also lashed by hail. Here we have this NBC report telling us more.
Tonight, severe storms threatening millions across the Midwest.
There's one on the ground somewhere.
Multiple tornadoes touching down in Oklahoma.
We just had the power go out in Coweta. It's coming into Coweta right now. Possible tornado on the ground.
This one ripping through Coweta, right outside of Tulsa, damaging homes and schools forced to close for the rest of the week.
It's crazy. It came out of nowhere almost. We got, the sirens went off, but from the time they warned us to the time it hit the ground it just seemed so quick.
Torrential rain and severe flooding turning roads into rivers, forcing motorists to crowd under overpasses.
Really starting to get big, starting to get crazy.
This baseball-sized hail unrelenting, pelting the side of homes and shattering windows on dozens of cars. Strong winds tossing sheet metal across roadways.
Oh, it hit the car. It hit that car.
Crashing into this car, blocked by downed power lines.
It was like, I used to live in South Florida. It was a hurricane.
Tonight, the storm leaving thousands of people without power.
And that was the 4 o'clock news on the streets, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines: reduced allocation for WASA, but an assurance that there will be no decline in water supply or job losses. TUTA worries over COVID-19 vaccine discrimination and academic inequality. And internationally, several tornadoes touched down across the Midwest, U.S. Do enjoy your afternoon and continue to be safe. I am Vanessa Thomas. Aisha Wells, she's up next.